Theocracy is facts and faith. And the facts are driven because it only believes what it believes. Anything that's not a fact, it fears.
Yeah.
You know, people like, anything that's not a fact, I fear it. And if you fear it, then you stay in the box. Why are you staying? Because I don't have the facts. But faith says, I got the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Although I don't see it and know it, I know God said it and I'm going to believe him. And I'm going to step out this boat, said Peter, on this water. I know the fact is man can't walk on water, but he told me to come and I got more faith in him than the fact that this is water.
Amen.
And Peter,
Come on in. Step out. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
and fear is sitting there floating like, you don't see me? You know if you step on me, you know how heavy you are? I'm deep. Fear just floating, looking at you like, you don't want to step out of here. You don't want to come out of here, but God is out there. Jesus is out there. Yeah, but look at me. You know if you step on me, I'll swallow you up. I got whales down here.
Yes.
Fear.
Yes.
Stay in the boat. Get back in there. You safe over there.
Amen.
Mediocrity.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Keep you contained
Hallelujah.
in mediocrity.
Lord. Amen.
Never receiving what God said, the promise. Somebody said the promise. So the story is about the promised land. This is in fact the promised land.
Yes.
What God already promised.
Yes.
And they get in it. And some of them start saying, wait a minute, no, wait. And all the reason of fear gave them excuses.
Yes.
All right. So let me keep teaching here before we get to preaching. So one of the most common commands in the Bible is right here. It's fear not, be not afraid, and fret not. Those phrases are all over the Bible.
Yes.
Fear not, be ye not afraid, fret not. All meaning the same thing. No, don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Don't fear this. Don't fear that. Don't fear that. Over 360-something times you can find those phrases in the Bible. And anytime God gives an instruction like this, fear not, that is an instruction from God. Be ye not afraid, that is an instruction from God. Anytime God gives an instruction, it is not a suggestion. Okay? Let me say that again. Any instruction from God is not a suggestion. It's more rather a command. Kings don't suggest.
Come on now.
Kings give commands and orders. Are you following me? So if God says, fear not, fret not, be ye not afraid, it is a command and an order for you not to be afraid, because he knows if you be afraid, you'll be robbed of what he's trying to do for you.
Thank you, Lord.
Be ye not afraid, fret not. That thing is trying to steal what I'm trying to do for you. Don't be afraid. So he gives this command often because it is something that man will always have to face, because fear opposes faith. Fear opposes faith. God wants to give you things by faith. All over the Bible, by faith. And it's all over in Hebrews, one of those chapters. And Abraham and Sarah were able to conceive by faith. And Peter was able to walk on the water by faith. And this by faith. Everything God wants to do to you is by faith. So fear pops up and says the only way I can keep them from getting what God wants to do is give them fear. Because the way God works is by faith. So fear raises up and works in just the opposite.
Yes.
Just the opposite. And so now for you to ever get the things you want to get from God, it'll require faith. And if it requires faith, it's going to have to be tested by fear. It's going to be tested by fear. You know? Like we said, we were just singing a song. What song we were just singing?
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. I mean, we'll say yes when it's something we like and when it's easy. Yeah, we got faith that God will. Well, every time we got faith in God, it's going to cause us to step over something we don't know. So what faith is, it is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of things not even seen. So you're going to have to cross something to get to it. You're going to have to cross that water to get to what you ain't seen. You hear what I'm saying? And so fear says, I'm going to come in here in the middle and keep them over there in the box. God's stuff is right here, but I'm in the middle. And as long as I keep you scared from stepping in this, you'll stay in the box. And you'll stay mediocre. Living in mediocrity. And we never get the things of God because of fear. Okay, so the strongest thing that will keep us from the will of God is fear. It works in the opposite of faith, and it is not the Spirit of God. Fear is not the Spirit of God. 2 Timothy 1:7 say, for God hath not given us the spirit of fear. That tells us, one, it's not of God, and two, it is a spirit. Did you hear me? For God had not given us the spirit of fear. It didn't come from God. Yes, it is a spirit. So it is a spirit. Then where does it come from? Because there are only two spiritual beings. That's God and that's the enemy right now. These are the only two spiritual beings. So if it don't come from God and it's a spirit, then we know where it comes from. So it comes from the accuser, the opposer, him that opposes everything that God is doing. So everything that God wants to do to you and through you and for you, there is an enemy operating in another spirit, causing you to be afraid of getting to what God has for you. So it is up to us to decide what F factor will we move in. Amen. Yeah. We'll move in faith or we'll move in fear. Come on now. And if fear keeps us contained to the facts, we'll stay in a contained, mediocre life. Yeah. Just making it. But I believe God for that over there. It's going to require me to move past my fear. And move over there. Somebody say, move past my fear. Move past my fear. There is a spirit. It's a spirit. And it is a troubling spirit. It's a troubling spirit. When it comes upon you, there's a shaking and a trembling going on inside because it's a troubling spirit. You've got to know that that is not the Spirit of God. God came to give me the peace and say, peace be still. But something moved in me and got me troubled. This got to get out because that is not of God. Yeah, but we got to know what God said. And when he says something, it is his will. It is his promise. That should be enough to settle my mind. It is his promise. He spoke it. He can't take it back. And so fear and faith, they work the same way. They both attract. They attract, but they attract of their kind, where they're from. And so this is why God operates this way and causes us to move in faith, because faith attracts the things of God. Faith attracts the miracles of God. Faith produces the miracles. It takes faith to get these things. For them to say to this mountain, move, it takes faith. But this requires faith. This came by faith. Faith produces these type of things. Fear does the same thing. Fear produces evil reports. Fear produces and attracts evil. You know what? It's so powerful. It is so powerful that sometimes going to the hospital and getting sick and passing some of our past friends and things haven't gone by the actual disease that they had, but the fear of it. Yeah. And the fear of what they had caused other sicknesses to take place in the body because of fear. And then they leave this world not by the actual disease originally diagnosed with, but fear entered in and caused and attracted other evil reports. In the same way, with the doctor's report, by faith, you could attract a positive report. The same way.
Amen. Amen.
If I can get us to believe that.
Amen.